You're watching Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus. For the first time in a lifetime, these two programs from neighboring states meet once again. First time in 81 years. West Virginia and Toledo converge once again, and it's from the WVU Coliseum in Morgantown, West Virginia. Alongside Warren Baker, I'm Andrew Caridi. Toledo head coach Todd Kowalczyk told us yesterday at the shoot-around that the identity of his 6-5 team is still being defined. Same could be said for West Virginia. They're utilizing new guys in their lineup, finally available.
Well, yeah, and they're a very young ball club, so they're trying to get some identity just as the Mountaineers are.
All right, Amanda Mazey is standing by with Josh Eilert in just a moment. But, Bake, strong performance from Noah Farrakhan yet again for West Virginia. It's about the Mountaineers getting new guys acclimated, and the scoring is going to be a work in progress.
It certainly is. And he's been a great surprise for the Mountaineers. And Quinn had a bad game last game, but I look for him to bounce back today. Yeah,
Slazinski shooting just 31% from the field in his last 3 games. He is West Virginia's leading scorer this season. And for the Toledo Rockets, what do they have cooking? Well, they got a couple of guys doing some work. They're losing their top 3 scorers from last season. 5 juniors, 4 freshmen on this team. Raheem Moss, who's their leading scorer on the season, not starting this time. And Amanda Mazey, the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, is standing by with Josh Eilert.
All right, thanks a lot, Andrew. Coach, your message to the team before the game.
We got to lock in defensively, and rebounding like every game. It's been an Achilles heel for us, and then we got to run. Let's run. And consequently, you got to stop them in transition. They're a really good transition team. So,
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Andrew?
Thank you, Amanda. West Virginia in the gold uniforms and Toledo in the navy blues. Our officials for this one, Doug Simmons, Kip Kissinger, and Tyler Kumpf. Farrakhan, Krisa, Battle, Slazinski, Cook, the starting 5 for West Virginia. Sonny Wilson, Dante Maddox Jr., Tyler Cochran, Javen Simmons, and Sam Lewis making his first start of the season for Toledo Bake in place of Raheem Moss, who's nurturing a shoulder injury.
Yep, but they really like that talented freshman, so we'll see what he has today.
Yep, big game for Sam Lewis, 6'6" freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Averaging about 12 minutes per game as Slazinski gets it started right away for the Mountaineers. And a whistle. And getting up slowly immediately is Tyler Cochran, the junior guard. Well, Bake, looking at Toledo's keys to the game, what do they have to do well?
Forget Wednesday's loss. They got beat by 26 by a very good Vermont team, and they're looking for consistency. And with a young team, that would be a problem. Yeah,
Toledo fell to Vermont 86-60. Only shot 31% in that game. Really struggled. And that snapped a 3-game winning streak for the Rockets. But for West Virginia, Bake,
well, continue to learn each other. They've got to start playing together more, and I think that'll happen. And as always, they have to rebound the ball.
Simmons up and in. Javen Simmons, the redshirt freshman from Gahanna, Ohio, starting his 12th game of the season, averaging 12 points per game. And Coach Kowalczyk telling us that the redshirt really benefited him last season. Quite the difference of what college basketball can be in today's day and age, especially given the circumstances surrounding West Virginia and the revolving door around the individuals. As we got a whistle here to slow things down, get the shot clock sorted, 59 seconds into the game.
Toledo, man-to-man, and they will switch 1 through 5. So if you see screens coming, you'll see these guys switch just as they did just now. That's the way they played the defense.
Just saw Coach Kowalczyk as Slazinski gives that away. MAC Coach of the Year 2 times in the last 3 seasons. Short jumper falls in for Tyler Cochran, the junior.
Boy, Tyler Cochran's a beast, too. He's 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'8". Big, strong kid.
And he's starting his 6th game of the season. The Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week. Named just 4 days ago. Had a career best 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists against Marshall as a Cook gets it and ties the game, 4-4.
Yeah, West Virginia did a nice job of dissecting that switching defense just now.
We heard from Coach Eilert right off the top that West Virginia has to rebound better. We're out-rebounded by Radford 46-38 in their last time out. Well, Cook goes up, Raekwon Battle tips it to Slazinski, and West Virginia going to try and run this out. Here is Battle. Got the step, to the basket he goes, and one. Raekwon Battle.
Well, we've seen Raekwon Battle with that body that he has and the way he controls it when he goes up.
Return to college basketball for Raekwon Battle. Missed the first 10 games of the season. Finally eligible for the Mountaineers. Had 29 Wednesday against Radford and gets to the cup and gives West Virginia the lead 6-4. Battle 29 points in 32 minutes. Was not 100% in that game, but after dealing with the flu, missing that UMass game the prior weekend for West Virginia, getting back to speed. And he's still not quite fully sized.
No, he's not. You know, you lose 13 pounds over the course of sickness. It's hard to get it back.
And West Virginia will like to start to their offense this game. They're 100% from the floor, 3 of their first 3. Mountaineers with a 4-7 overall record. Final home non-conference game of the season for West Virginia. Battle gets the steal, keeps it in right in front of the bench. Krisa, eyes up, and it's off of a Cook and out for Toledo ball.
Just a little too high for a Cook that time. Krisa had a good idea there.
There's interim head coach for West Virginia, Josh Eilert. In the same vein, talking about Raekwon's performance, would have liked a little more balanced effort from West Virginia as a team, but again, Noah Farrakhan playing just his 3rd game with West Virginia. Raekwon Battle his 2nd. A Cook missed significant time, 7 games for West Virginia, and you throw in the fact that Jesse Edwards also unavailable. It's like a different 5 every game, and Kirk Krisa hits the 3, tying his point total from Wednesday.
Yeah, and Kerr is a pass first, shoot second, but the guy certainly can't shoot the ball.
Krisa had 6 threes against UMass a week ago. Only had 3 points against Radford on Wednesday, but had 6 assists in that game, which is his game.
Well, West Virginia very aggressive on the defensive end.
Here's Dante Maddox Jr., leading scorer for Toledo. Had to get that up with 2 on the shot clock, and it's right off the front of the rim to a Cook. Here is Raekwon Battle, Montana State transfer. Krisa and Slazinski combined. Played almost 4 minutes here at the WVU Coliseum. Krisa spots up, bangs it.
If you're going to give it to him, he's going to hit it.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier, Bake, right? Working into Quinn Slazinski, spot him up. He's 6'9", and Kirk Krisa, a great 3-point shooter in his career. Mountaineers by 9 early on. Maddox Jr. spins left and traveled. Good defense from West Virginia point guard Noah Farrakhan. And Josh Eilert will love the Mountaineers start up 9. There's the look. Kirk Krisa already rolling for the Mountaineers on ESPN+.
I'm just giving them a different look, but the same action.
Catch it okay. They did not switch. Don't be open. They did not switch. Set them up and use that screen.
But you got to set a really good screen. You got to scream off it. If he's open, hit him. If not, fine. Get it back to Kerr. That hockey assist is good, right?
Yeah. Hey,
they're hard hedging that. Hard hedging it. Get it out. Next pass is going to be wide.
I'm going to get it immediately.
Mountaineers on an 11-0 run as we welcome you back to the WVU Coliseum. A lot of energy coming from that West Virginia bench, Bake.
It certainly is, and I'll tell you, that energy that we're seeing, a lot of it, they're scoring well, but the defense has been spectacular here early on.
Yeah, so far so good. Kirk Krisa with 6 points for West Virginia after being held to just 3 on Wednesday. Substitutions for Toledo right off the jump. Only played about 4 minutes and change, but they'll make some introductions. Bryce Ford, a 6'2" freshman from Scottsdale, Arizona, wearing number 2 in blue for the Rockets, jumping in here along with Andre Lawrenson. And Raheem Moss, who has started every game for Toledo this season until this game, dealing with a shoulder injury, but he's out there. So Todd Kowalczyk wants to change it up a little bit. Amanda Mazey has more on Quinn Slazinski and Kirk Krisa. Amanda?
Well, after just a combined 7 points from Slazinski and Krisa Wednesday night, who went into that game averaging 27 points a game, Eilert has emphasized the importance of these two coming out and setting the tone early, which they have, scoring 8 points in the first 4 minutes alone. But on the other side, hot hand Raekwon Battle, who scored 29 points in his debut, can't be expected to have those kind of numbers every game. Would be nice, but maybe not realistic. So Eilert told his team today, it might not be your night, might be someone else's. So feed off whoever is hot that game, and let's just figure out who it is and build each other up. So far, so good.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. Well, the question is just where it comes from. The talent is not the question for West Virginia. It's getting it all in sync, Bake.
That's exactly right. And, you know, again, learn each other, and it's going to come as they continue to play.
Slazinski misfires there, had Raekwon Battle score another bucket as Amanda was giving us that briefing. Moss to the basket, draws the foul, and will shoot 2 free throws. Raheem Moss, the junior from Springfield, Ohio, attacked immediately and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, he's got a little injury there, but still able to get to the rim, and fortunate for the Mountaineers, it didn't drop.
Raheem Moss on the season averaging 15 points per game, had a season low 4 points against Vermont last time out for Toledo, but had 6 assists, so not dissimilar from Kirk Crease's game. First free throw up and in from the 75% free throw shooter. They get the foul on Pat Sumnick, who had just checked into the game for a Cook in the meantime.
The Cook went 4 minutes, and that's the longest stretch that he's played at one time. So his stamina is getting back, but certainly, you know, Josh Oliver is going to watch him closely as the game goes along.
Yep, absolutely. Played a season-high 23 minutes against Radford on Wednesday. Second free throw converted by Raheem Moss.
Little 1-2-2 pressured by Toledo. Really not coming up trapping much out of it, but they are going to put some pressure on.
Seth Wilson in the game for West Virginia as well. Wilson, the junior from Lorain, Ohio. Raekwon Battle for the Mountaineers with 5. Will spot up and bang it.
You know, when he starts knocking shots down, like, it's so tough because we've seen him and how he can go to the hole. Say what he gets a step on, he's going to drive it in, or if you leave him out there, you can hit the jumper.
Yeah, super special player. Already 8 points and a steal. Battle to the basket. He's in double figures already. Less than 6 minutes in. West Virginia exploding here for 20 points. They're up 14 against one of the MAC's best teams in the last 3 seasons, Bake.
Yep, won the MAC conference in the last 3 years.
And Sumnick will pick up a second foul, which will add a wrinkle to the defensive game plan for Josh Eilert and the Mountaineers. Check out the steal and score from Battle.
Boy, good quick hands. You're not going to catch him once he gets by you. Now, this could be a problem right now. Sumnick with his second foul. And again, you have to spell a cook. So Josh Eilert's going to have to make another adjustment here.
Yep. At least for the moment, Sumnick stays out there, but Ofri Neve, West Virginia freshman, set to check back in. First free throw missed from Javen Simmons. And they will switch out Sumnick with the Cook. And Neve will jump in for Raekwon Battle, who gets a breather. Well, you get 10 points from him. Give him a break, I guess. 18-2 run for West Virginia over the last 4.5 minutes.
Well, he deserves about a 10-second rest.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be any longer than that.
And Simmons hits the free throw. Gerger Burčić, the 6'10 freshman from Croatia, also checks in. He replaces Javen Simmons. But yeah, never been done before. Speaking of Toledo, back-to-back-to-back, a three-peat of MAC championships. Yeah. But again, not returning their top 3 scorers from last season. West Virginia heading into this year was only returning 10% of its scoring. So not a surprise that the identity still yet to be defined. Creasa, what a dish to Quinn Slazinski, who pays off.
I'd say Kirk Creasa is unbelievable, the vision that he has.
And explodes down the lane and finds the open man, and Slazinski hits the shot. 23-7 West Virginia. Moss trying to force it up there. A Cook rebounds it. And here is Creasa. Watched by Lawrenson. Got a speed advantage there. And uses it.
Boy, I tell you what. All cylinders, Toledo has to get a timeout.
25-7 West Virginia. Mountaineers, 4 of their last 4. They are 10 of 11 to start this game.
Man, that's really, really tough to deal with when you got a team shooting like West Virginia. That time, Slazinski really ready to shoot the ball when he caught it.
Mountaineers 4 of 4 from 3-point range, forcing the timeout to be called. And Bake, I mean, can't hesitate to say this is by far the best West Virginia has looked all year.
It certainly has. And Toledo is taking a licking at the beginning, just like they did from Vermont the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 minutes into the game, and West Virginia making it rain from downtown. 91% from the field and 4 of 4 from 3. They could use that, Bake. Last time out against Radford really wasn't going their way. West Virginia from 3, just 4 of 21. That has changed entirely.
It certainly has. And still, even playing the way they did against Radford and losing a heartbreaker, they didn't shoot well. So you can see what this team can really do when they start shooting well.
Quentin Slazinski, your leading scorer on the season, on the bench now. West Virginia can utilize some of their depth guys. We'll see Noah Farrakhan back in the game. Seth Wilson for the first time. Josiah Harris, 22 in gold for West Virginia. Moss driving Neve to the basket, can't finish. Burchich rebounds and had it swatted away by a Cook, but they'll call a goaltend.
Yeah, Doug Sermon's got the goaltend out there, but my goodness. You know, even if that's a goaltend, you start thinking about when that ball goes up, where is that big guy?
Well, you make the call here, Bake. Let's see this putback.
Yeah, I think it probably was. It didn't have to go very far to start down.
And it's up. Yeah, it was going down. Yep, right call made. And if you want to count it as a field goal, that's the first one in 6 minutes for Toledo. Really struggled here to get going early. Mountaineers up 25-9. Farrakhan to Josiah Harris, who played a season low in minutes against Radford, draws the foul. And that'll be a third team foul against Toledo. West Virginia, 135-13 at home against non-conference teams in the last 22 years, which makes that loss to Radford 66-65 on Wednesday that much more of an aberration. A Cook can't get the roll.
Tough break on the roll.
Yep. Here's the freshman, Bryce Ford. Back out to Moss to the corner. Lawrenson, quick release on that shot. And a Cook grabs another rebound for West Virginia. That'll be his third.
Lawrence is one of their best three-point shooter that time.
Rebounding now 4-3 Mountaineers. A focus coming into this contest, nearing the halfway mark. Neve finds Seth Wilson. 10 points from Raekwon Battle, 8 points for Kirk Risa. On the bench right now for the Mountaineers as Neve misfires.
Neve with a good look. Nice pass from Seth Wilson. Just didn't get it to drop.
Raheem Moss had a double-double against Marshall a couple games ago with 16 points, 12 rebounds, trying to do it himself here and scores it. A Cook had slipped, and Toledo cuts into this West Virginia lead. It's 14 points, and a Cook still slow to get up. Seems to be all right.
You can see what Moss brings to the table. I mean, he's thinking score all the time.
Yep, loves going to the basket. Neve goes to the basket there, missed the shot, and Lawrenson grabs the rebound. See if Toledo can answer with a run of their own. Josiah Harris with a defensive assignment. No good for Moss. 4 Mountaineers under the basket.
Yeah, that was a one-on-one play for Toledo just now. Moss really didn't have anybody else involved.
And Burchich picks up the foul as Noah Farrakhan draws it. 10:52 to go. First half, it's the Mountaineers 25, Toledo 11. First meeting since 1942.
Coach, you guys have been very aggressive defensively, creating turnovers, Toledo into shots they might not want to take. I know the game plan from the very beginning.
No, for sure. It's been our approach these last couple of days. Obviously, we felt our defense wasn't as aggressive as it needed to be in the past, and our guys have really been locking in these last few days, just getting active and showing activity on the basketball.
Offensively, Battle, Carissa having the hot hand, but you got some good, even scoring from the entire team so far.
No, for sure. Guys are running really hard in transition, sprinting the floor. We're sharing the basketball, and tonight, like you just mentioned, our defense is kind of like the catalyst to our offense. So the better we play defensively, it changes the spirit offensively for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, excellent. Back to the action. Appreciate Amanda and Deshaun Butler. Mountaineers 25, Toledo 11. Raekwon Battle is trying to find a Cook down low, see if Toledo can break out of it. Maddox Jr. in and out on the three-pointer. Rebound Kobe Johnson out here for West Virginia. And to Farrakhan. We know Farrakhan tweeted after the Radford game, fall down 7 times, get up 8. That has to be the attitude for West Virginia the rest of this season.
That's exactly right.
Farrakhan fouled, he'll shoot 2.
Tell you what, Farrakhan is a tough guy to stay in front of.
Yes, he is.
I mean, one step and, like a bullet, he's gone.
Yeah, perfect addition for West Virginia in his third game now with the Mountaineers. Played at Eastern Michigan the last 2 seasons. 15 against UMass, 16 against Radford with 7 rebounds. It's the first free throw. And Quinn Slazinski set to check back in for Josiah Harris.
Good to see Jesse Edwards on the bench today. He's got a cast on that wrist, but, hopefully sooner than later he'll be able to be back out on the court.
Yep. As Farrakhan misses that second free throw. Double-double machine for the Mountaineers. Was really the focal point of this West Virginia offense. Kobe Johnson makes the steal and rolls it to Raekwon Battle. That was the challenge, as Jesse Edwards will be out about 4 weeks. Battle had it swatted away. Most of the Mountaineers' offense ran through Jesse Edwards, so now you really have to start from square one as Battle blocked again. That one whacked away by Tyler Cochran.
That's not going to deter Battle. He'll continue to go in there, but one of the few times you haven't seen him be able to get one up on the rim.
Hard to replace 6'11" at the foul line, Big.
Certainly is.
And Battle trying to make stuff happen here for West Virginia. Krisa skies it out to Johnson. Mountaineers run their set. Krisa, the 3, short. And rebounded by Dante Maddox Jr. The junior from Chicago Heights. Leading scorer on this Toledo team. Can't get it to go that time. Rebound to Cook, who grabs another board for West Virginia, his 4th.
You can see it, Cook's stamina getting much better with each game.
9:30 to go. Krisa, oh, beautiful. And Johnson can't pay off.
Boy, the instincts that Krisa has, just unbelievable.
Nicely done off the glass. And a Cook. Goes down, will be late getting back to the play.
Well, he didn't miss that one by much.
Krisa has 8 for West Virginia and 2 assists already. 13 on the shot clock. Oh, there was the set play for Battle. He scores it anyway. They went for the alley-oop.
Somebody deflected it, but the Battle right there on the spot to get it.
I mean, springy would be an understatement for that guy. Out of all the athleticism at the Division I level, be hard-pressed to find anyone more than Raekwon Battle. That 3 missed. And will belong to the Mountaineers off the misfire from Lewis. 28-13 West Virginia. Sometimes you're getting good bounces like this.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually Lewis who got a piece of it in that first start of his career.
Be interesting to see whether or not they gave Krisa an assist on that play.
And we heard Josh Heiler talking about hockey assists in the bench, so maybe he can refer that to the statistician here. Slazinski tried to do it himself. Had Kobe Johnson cutting baseline. And Maddox Jr. gets the ball ahead here. Takes the 3 and knocks it down. That is his spot. Shot 45% from 3 last season. That led the MAC. And all of a sudden, Toledo within 12 here. Mountaineers' largest lead was 18. So it's cut into. Mountaineers all of a sudden have cooled off. They're 1 of their last 9 from the field, Dake. Battle from way downtown, and it's perfect.
Tell you what, guy has the complete package.
Raekwon Battle with 15 points already, 7:25 to go here in our first half, and a steal. Battle. Okay.
Boy, that got the crowd energized. Just a play like that, 2 in a row by a really, really good player.
How lucky are Mountaineer fans to be able to watch him play. Maddox Jr. can't get the roll.
Good box out by Sumnick.
And how lucky is he to be playing college basketball? Career high is 32 points. And Krisa fouled. They'll get Lawrenson on another blocking call. And Kerr, no worse for wear. Raekwon Battle getting up. He's got 17 for West Virginia already. Mountaineers up 33-16. Welcome back to the WVU Coliseum. West Virginia so far cruising here with 6:46 to go in our first half of action. Amanda Mazey has more on Toledo and what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. So I asked Coach Kowalczyk before the game, are you where you want to be at this point of the season? And he said, had they beaten Vermont, then yes, that would have put them at 7-4, which they were this time last year. But he says this year's schedule is a lot more difficult, and last year's team was elite for their level. Remember, this is a team that has high expectations. They've won the MAC the past 3 years, despite not being even picked to win the MAC any of those years. Met Coach yesterday for the first time. He's an intense guy. I know he expects a lot out of his players. He's not happy, but I guarantee that he will work and adjust and get more out of these players as the game continues.
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, check out that resume they've got the last couple of seasons. Picked to finish 4th in the MAC this year, but a three-peat big doesn't happen all that often.
No, it doesn't. Takes a lot of work, a lot of good coaching.
And what could be better about this Toledo team? Well, defense is a place to start. Maddox Jr., the great take to the basket. When they struggle, teams really get exactly what they want. They let Vermont shoot 54% against them. In that last loss, West Virginia currently shooting 57%. And on the season, teams are shooting 50% against them. It's just too high.
No, that's right. Your defense has to pick up some.
Well, that's impressive take again. And Dante Maddox Jr. now with 9 points. He is shooting 50% in his own right.
Right, yeah, he's trying to put these guys on his shoulders right now and take them.
Oh, whistle, and Sumnick was pushed from behind. 5:49 to go. Mountaineers up 13, and we'll keep it here.
Nice crossover by Maddox. Really no help inside either.
And Dante Maddox Jr., leading scorer at 15 points per game. As Pat Sumnick will shoot 2. Maddox has all 8 points for Toledo. And their last 8 points. So 1-1 here for Pat Sumnick. That was the 7th team foul on the Rockets. Mountaineers go back up 14. Sumnick on the season, 50% from the free throw line, but
looked really good on those two.
Yeah, looked perfect as a matter of fact. West Virginia by 15. Moss spots up. Got a good look there and a good box out by Sumnick.
Yeah, Sumnick doing a nice job on the board. He certainly doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul for half, but doing a nice job on the boards.
Junior from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Pat Sumnick. Farrakhan again changes direction quickly. And that one is short. Battled for, and Maddox grabs it. Moss. Beautiful Euro step and one. They get Slazinski for the foul, 35-22. And the three-point play upcoming.
West Virginia's going to have to do a better job of stopping the basketball as they come up the court here. This transition game for Toledo right now is getting on track.
Yeah, the half court has favored West Virginia, but Toledo with a lot of talent individually making it happen here. Moss with 6 points again. It started all games this season until today. You see that kinesio tape he's got on his left shoulder, nursing a bit of an injury, but scores there, and it is a three-point play for Toledo. Both teams shooting high percentage. Mountaineers 52, Toledo 45. West Virginia had since cooled off. They were 10 of their first 11, now 13 of 25 big, so returning back to the norm. I think you still take 52% in a game. Slazinski gonna try that, no good. Rebound Moss. And the Ford stayed with it, as did Farrakhan, though. Great defense.
Yeah, it was good defense. Again, Toledo trying to beat West Virginia down the floor.
Nice drop to Slazinski, the pivot and the bucket. 4:30 left. Mountaineers 37, Toledo 23. West Virginia's first field goal in 3 minutes. Got those free throws from Sumnick. And Slazinski grabs the board.
West Virginia doing a nice job on the board.
was one of West Virginia's main focuses in this game. Rebound the basketball. So far, Mountaineers +1, 14-13. Shot clock at 10 for Sumnick. Creasa off the screen, got a decent look, and it's off the front of the rim. Bryce Ford to Tyler Cochran. Well, space opened up for Simmons. He'll take Sumnick to the basket and gets the roll.
Pat Sumnick lucky he didn't pick up a blocking foul as well just now.
Yeah, Sumnick, I would think, Bake, really having to change the way he defends. He's got those 2 personal fouls.
Exactly.
We see a Cook set to check back in. Mountaineers by 12, timeout from Quinn Slazinski. Wants to slow things down, get the change, and come back with a fresh possession. Mountaineers 37, Toledo 25. Welcome back to the WVU Coliseum. Final few minutes of the first half. West Virginia 37 and Toledo 25. Well, what does West Virginia have cooking? Quinn Slazinski back in the scoring column, Bake.
Yeah, that's what he can do. I'd like to see him do more posting up. At 6'9", he's a big, strong kid, but he can also knock it down from the perimeter. But I really think it'd be good for him to post up even more.
Quinn has 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He only had 4 against Radford on Wednesday, but is warming to the task here. West Virginia's leading scorer in the game, Raekwon Battle, with 17. Slazinski on the season, 16 points per game and 5 rebounds. So really balanced attack. A guy who's only averaging throughout his career at least 8 points.
You could really see the frustration on Quinn's face against Radford.
That tipped out of bounds by Ford. Yeah, I think frustrating was the encompassing blanket statement you could mention on that game. Only thing that made it better was that Darius Nichols is a all-time winning Mountaineer. But again, you know Toledo's going to be here the entire game. Toledo has 5 20-win seasons over the last 6 years, one of the only 11 programs nationally to win 21 or more in each of the last 3 seasons. As West Virginia gets a call there and will shoot free throws. So the only other teams to do that, Big: Baylor, Belmont, Drake, Gonzaga, Houston, Kansas, Morehead State, UAB, UCLA, USC. Pretty good teams.
Pretty good group of ball teams right there, and they fit right in with that. A Cook on a nice roll just now. Kerr got him the ball. He got foul going up, but it was a nice roll to the basket by a Cook.
First free throw up and in.
You know, one thing you can say about West Virginia right now, Andrew, 8 assists. Right now, Toledo has 1. So there's a lot of individual play going on Toledo, and West Virginia doing a good job of sharing the ball.
And a Cook misses the second free throw. Those were just his 3rd and 4th free throws he'd taken all season. Space opens up, and it will stay with Toledo. That ricocheted off of a Cook on the penetration from Tyler Cochran, the junior.
I asked coaches if Cochran played any football. He looks like he would be a tough guy on the gridiron.
You couldn't tell. He was wearing his sweats warming up for the game. He looked like a linebacker. Maddox has got his team going. He's got 9 points. That's a team high. Underneath to Javen Simmons on a Cook. And gets his own putback. As a Cook got a shot up high. He's got to walk that one off. Took a shot to the jaw. With 2:40 to go, so he'll try and work his way back into the game here. But obviously wearing it. Farrakhan. Step back, rebound out of the hands of a Cook, and now to Bryce Ford. Toledo can try and make this a single-digit deficit here.
Coach Kowalczyk, I know that's what he'd like, to have this thing under 10 by halftime.
Nice cut through the middle. Moss fouled. Will shoot 2. Raheem Moss on the soft spot through the paint.
I'll tell you what, Toledo is aggressively attacking the glass. They really are going to the hole.
And Pat Sumnick here to check in for West Virginia. Cook still wearing that shot he took on the last offensive possession for Toledo.
Yeah, he's been down on the floor 2 or 3 times already tonight, then took one, like you said, still rubbing his head. So,
yeah, so Pat Sumnick will be brought in here probably for the last 2 minutes of the game. Moss at 75% this season. Misses the first one. So check out that last sequence that got a Cook banged up. Yep, took an elbow right to the face. And he'll go for a seat. Pat Sumnick back in there. Moss gets to the free throw line more than any other Rocket. Leads the team in free throw makes and attempts.
Cook took that shot from Simmons. Simmons, a redshirt freshman, but he's pretty well put together.
Yes, he is.
He's a strong kid.
So we're just getting the free throw shooter sorted here. Raheem Moss sharing words with our official here, and then gets it back. He now has 50 free throw makes on the season. And makes the second. And it is a 10-point game. Sonny Wilson, 6'1" freshman from Pontiac, Michigan, will check in and replace Raheem Moss.
You know, really, really weird to see in this day and age not a senior on the roster.
Yeah.
For Toledo.
Battle, Mountaineers leading scorer in the game, got the roll. You just shake your head every time he completes a play like that.
His body control's just off the charts.
Raekwon with 19. That three-pointer deflected by Farrakhan. 1:45 to go. Crease will run out with it. Sozinski to Sumnick. Can't get the baby hook to go. It was a nice move.
Nice move.
Run out for the Rockets. Maddox Jr. Speed for speed there with his defender, and a third foul picked up by Pat Sumnick. He got wound up there with Javen Simmons with 90 seconds to go.
Yeah, Cook's going to come back in.
Shake of the head from Pat Sumnick. The junior has to go off and sit for the final minute 30. Now you've got a conundrum here. But if you got Raekwon Battle making buckets like that, you're still in pretty good shape.
And the defensive guy says, what more do I have to do here?
Here's Cochran. Got the size there against Farrakhan. Going to try and back him down. And Farrakhan just relented, knew he was mismatched.
Nothing he could do with that. Let's say Cochran, 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'8", big, strong kid, and that was just a big mismatch.
Lead is 10 for West Virginia. Mountaineers shooting 48%, Toledo 44. Sozinski spots up online, but short. A lot of these threes short from West Virginia Bake in this game.
Yeah, Kerr's last one was short as well.
Maddox can hit from here. No good. And Farrakhan grabs the rebound. Try and run out with it. Battle, quick release, and the foul. Not sure if his foot was on the line on the far side.
Yep. Kip Kissinger said, yep, 3 shots.
And Raheem Moss all of a sudden picks up his third foul. And Battle will shoot 3 free throws. So 3 fouls on Moss, 3 on West Virginia's Pat Sumnick. First free throw from Battle, up and in. Well, if you had to tell West Virginia and Toledo, would you take the trade of Raheem Moss 3 fouls and Pat Sumnick 3 fouls? Might take that. And Moss has to sit out. And Sam Lewis back in.
It's good to get Battle and Farrakhan guys there, Kerr back, you know, and that certainly bolstered the bench, but where are you still thin? You're still thin inside.
Yep. And Battle makes all 3. 3-point play for the Mountaineers off the foul. And Battle's got 21 in the first half.
He was very upset with himself that he couldn't drop those 2 free throws against Radford near the end.
Ford online, got the roll. 3-point answer by Toledo. And it'll be a 2-second differential, game clock and shot clock here, as the first half winds down in Morgantown. West Virginia led by as many as 18. Early on in this first half, they're up 10. In a frenetic, high-scoring first half. Shot clock down to 10 here. Creasa wants the call. Bump there by Ford. Slazinski comes to set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Quinn turns and scores with 3 seconds. Here's the inbound. Maddox Jr. with 1. No. West Virginia will take a 12-point lead into the locker room on the back of Raekwon Battle's 22 points. Insanely talented player pays off for West Virginia, and Amanda Mazey is with Josh Eilert.
Thanks a lot, Andrew. Coach, you wanted to come out aggressively, defensively, shooting hot, which you did. You kind of cooled down halfway through the first half. How do you get back to what you guys were doing at the beginning of the game in the second half?
Late in the half, they didn't really get my message. I was like, we're in a bonus. Let's go downhill. Let's attack them. And we just kept on burping up shots. Not to say they were bad shots, but they weren't falling for us. So why wouldn't we be aggressive, in the bonus?
Raekwon Battle picking up where he left off Wednesday night.
Yeah, he's getting closer to 100%, and that's the Raekwon that you're going to see.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Andrew?
Thank you, Amanda. Halftime is here at the WVU Coliseum. Coming up on halftime, we got bracketology, Big 12 preseason poll. Stay with us. Mountaineers by 12 on ESPN+. Getting set for the second half between West Virginia and Toledo. How about this for Raekwon Battle, West Virginia Mountaineer with 51 points in his first, game and a half, I guess, for West Virginia. He's still got 20 minutes to go.
20 minutes to go, Brad. Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to be the end of that.
Yeah, so what's the message here for West Virginia and Josh Eilert?
Well, he said go downhill more, attack the glass. And that's what we've seen Battle do, and we've seen, Farrakhan do it as well, but I think they can get some stuff done inside.
Yeah, well, Toledo not going away. They won 27 games last season. Big part of that in this game has been Dante Maddox, even going back to last season as well. But he is averaging 15 points per game. This year, he's got 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting and 4 rebounds, really getting downhill effectively.
Yeah, they really needed him to step up too when they were down big, and he has delivered.
Dante Maddox Jr. had a career-best 25 against George Mason this month on December 2nd. Had 11 points against Vermont, so even when he's quiet, he can still convert. But for West Virginia, the story has been Raekwon Battle, period.
Yes, that's the Raekwon Battle show. That's a guy that can get a shot anytime he wants it.
Yep. Battle showing talent on the defensive side, on the offensive side. His career high is 32 points and just might get there, but check out that play. Goes up for the alley-oop, had it deflected, still adjusted his body, and he can score from anywhere.
Yep, I tell you what, he is a handful. I don't know how you prepare for him.
Yeah, nearly impossible. Battle doing it all for West Virginia, and not even at 100% according to Josh Eilert. So here are the numbers. Both teams shooting extremely well. The Mountaineers got a way hotter start. They were 10 of their first 11. Took Toledo some time to warm to the task. Field goal shooting total since Toledo actually outshot West Virginia in that second half of the first half. And Amanda Mazey caught up with Todd Kowalczyk, head coach for Toledo, before getting started here for the second half.
I sure did, Andrew. And if people don't know, I always camp out waiting for the coach to come out of the locker room. Well, he just looked at me. I didn't even have to ask a question. He just looked at me and said, too many early turnovers, 10 or less, and we're winning this game right now. Literally the easiest interview I've ever had to do. So that's where his head is. No more turnovers. At least limit them in the second half.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's kind of the answer I got from him yesterday. I said, what do you need to do to win this game? He just said, be effective defensively, don't turn the ball over. Really didn't mince words there. They turned it over 7 times in that first half. Get a big bucket there by Javen Simmons. West Virginia, on the other hand, only turned it over 3 times. Pretty good.
Pretty good efficiency with the ball. I think a cook needs to make Simmons go to his right some. You let him go to his left like that, being that left-hander like that, and he'll make you pay.
Bad turnover there from Farrakhan, who's looking for Creasa, who trips up Raheem Moss. And that'll be a common foul against Kerr Creasa, picking up his first of the game, had one to give.
Well, that's when you don't want to see a guy leave his feet. Farrakhan got himself in the air and really had nothing to do with it. That was just a bad turnover.
Yeah, Coach Eilert off of his seat wants to get a stop here. Battle. Defending well. We got a whistle and an offensive foul. They'll get Javen Simmons, the redshirt freshman, on a cook.
Yep, gave him a little shove.
Javen Simmons. That's his second personal team foul.
And Creasa starts it up the floor here for West Virginia. Bake, last time these two teams met, 1942 in the NIT semifinals. And then a year prior in 1941, had a foul on the ground. And since it is family day, we'll get Dante Maddox for the foul. And we're 2 days off of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
A Wonderful Life came out after these two teams had met most recently.
I thought you were going to be, you know, a smart aleck and ask me if I remember seeing that game, but I'm not quite that old.
Yep. 81 years, literally a lifetime ago. A Cook stays with it, hooks it in.
Nice little move.
In 1942, also the same year that the Kodacolor color negative film was invented by Eastman Kodak. And since we're on the topic of a holiday conversation, Amanda, what are these teams doing here for Christmas?
Well, after today's game, both teams get a little time off. Coach Eilert says all of his guys have Christmas plans either with their families or each other. His team will come back for practice on Wednesday to prepare for Ohio State. Now for Toledo, some of those guys will go home tonight when they get back to Ohio. Some will leave tomorrow. Then Coach Kowalczyk will have them back for a late shoot-around on Thursday to get them ready for their first conference game on January 2nd against Ohio. A little time off and a little family time, good for everybody this time of year.
Yeah, absolutely, much needed. 47-37. Lead cut back to 10 here.
Boy, you saw the strength of Cochran just now as he was able to get that ball up and in.
Oh, Slazinski looked off the defender, can't hit, and Ford grabs the rebound. It is a challenge, though, at this point in the season, right? Always around those holiday times, it's a real test of your mettle. Bucket from Ford, and Toledo within single digits. They're down 8.
Well, Bryce Ford, another one of those good-looking freshmen that Coach Kowalczyk has on his ball club.
Creasa went for the handoff to Raekwon Battle and was convinced that that got tipped out of bounds.
And, Doug Summerlin's very, very animated with his boy, West Virginia fans seeing that again did not like it.
And Creasa was trying to get the fans into it here. Toledo's outscored West Virginia 6-2 to begin the second half. We're in the first 2.5 minutes. And a Cook defends well.
Yep.
Farrakhan, big shot.
Yep. Creasa with another assist. The guy knows where everybody's going to be on the floor.
Creasa with 6 assists. And now give him 7 officially. And a 3 answer by Raheem Moss. Lead back to 8. A little too casual defensively by Quinn Slazinski that time. Oh, Battle fouled. Well, they called a continuation, or was he going with it?
I don't know here. I think they're going to say it was on the floor.
Yep.
Yep.
Battle has not yet scored here for West Virginia in the second half. Mountaineers make a change. Josiah Harris and Pat Sumnick into the game for Quinn Slazinski and a Cook.
Sumnick has to be careful with those 3 fouls.
Yeah.
And now Toledo's been going inside to Simmons, so that's a tough matchup.
Andre Lawrenson in for Tyler Cochran. Battle bangs it.
Well, I don't know how Toledo fell asleep on that inbounds play.
24 for Battle. He tips it. Handoff from Lawrenson to Moss. Team high 11 points. Can't get the roll. Good offensive board. Lawrenson plus the foul, and that might be 4 on Sumnick.
I believe it is. Yep.
4 fouls on Pat Sumnick, and some game planning for Coach Eilert and his staff. Well, initial good defense there from Josiah Harris, Bake, but
there are times when you just have to let a guy have a shot.
Yeah.
A situation like that.
Sumnick 4 fouls in 8 minutes, so Slazinski, you'd imagine, checks in for Sumnick and does. And now you might ask Quinn, with those Christmas shoes from Pat Sumnick, more Grinch shoes. Now Quinn's gonna have to play a real 5. And Lawrenson hits the free throws. Slazinski handoff to Farrakhan. And his angle cut off, shot clock at 12. There is Quinn with a nice seal off and fouled on the ground. And he'll stay on the floor. Might get what you ask for, Bake.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you get Lawrenson on Slazinski, you got a real advantage down there.
Sure not. Well, Quinn can post.
Farrakhan. Battle. Can't get the bank, wanted the call.
Yeah, he did want a call there. He thought he got hit on the arm.
Moss. Down here, fans thought he traveled there, the back foot. Played 4 minutes and change here. Still really anybody's game.
Nice help by Farrakhan on Maddox just now.
Guarded by Creasa. Corner for Ford. The freshman hits again. Bryce Ford with 8 points, and it is a 5-point game here at the Coliseum. Huge 3 for the Rockets, who are fully back in here. Josiah Harris fouled. And with 15:20 to go in our second half, Josiah Harris will shoot free throws when we come back. Toledo is right there with him. Has been a load to deal with. The 6'7" redshirt freshman from Gahanna, Ohio, with 9 points on the game. He's 4 of 7 from the floor and 3 rebounds. Toledo doing a really nice job of just working it inside and challenging West Virginia physically.
He is. I mean, big, strong kid. You can tell that he's worked it. And again, I'd like to see, again, West Virginia make him go to the right more. We know what he does when he gets down low. And one of the big things here that's really been an issue for West Virginia, Maddox is getting so much attention. You know, Ford was able to hit a couple of threes. West Virginia's helping off, trying to stop Maddox, and it's sprung some other guys open.
Amanda Mazey has more on Javen Simmons' impact.
Well, Simmons has had basketball in his blood from day one. His mom, Anitra, was a standout player at Dayton and has had a big impact on his development as a player. In fact, Javen tells the story of how his mom was teaching him how to box out in the 4th grade, and she was going so hard, she broke her ankle. That's a good mom right there. I'm not sure I do that for my kid. So that play hard mentality has been instilled in him from a very young age.
I appreciate that. What a note. Yeah, there's commitment, and then there's break your ankle level commitment. Ford hands off to Sonny Wilson, who's out here for Toledo. Here's Javen Simmons again. Nice move on.
Yep.
Quinn Slazinski and scores it. Slazinski, great look. Can't get the roll again.
He's been really struggling with his outside jump shot.
Tough miss there from Quinn. He's now 1 of 6 from 3.
They may have to start doubling down on Simmons some here.
Baseline spin there on Slazinski. They got the double, but it's picked up and scored by Tyler Cochran.
Look how aggressive they are. Everything is going to the hoop now.
1 possession game. Creasa wants to post up Slazinski, who turned baseline and scored it. Got tripped up.
Oh, that was a difficult shot. Very fortunate he didn't walk on it.
Yeah, Slazinski with 11. Battle got the initial contact there for West Virginia. Creasa, Harris, wide open. Rebound Battle. Oh, the gimme put
Boy,
back.
he'd like to have that one back again.
Had more time than I think he knew of. Farrakhan after it, still after it, rolls into the backcourt. And will stay with Toledo.
Boy, good effort by the Mountaineers.
Farrakhan wants to review it. Well, let's check it out.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, I really couldn't tell.
That's hard to say from there.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Possession arrow, West Virginia. Now before Toledo wants to make the substitutions, we'll get everything in sync.
Everything organized.
Well, slow it down. Yeah, I think it's the right call. I think Noah Farrakhan just got a fingertip on it, although it looked simultaneous. It's kind of too fast for the human eye, to be honest with you. Spot up Javen Simmons again. That is the attack angle for Toledo here. Maddox, the step back on Farrakhan. Oh my, he got it to go. 56-54, the nicest shot of the game for Toledo, puts him within 2. Maddox now with 12. Battle got the foul, and will shoot 2. Almost
he was hoping to get a roll like that too.
Yep.
Not to be, but he'll shoot 2.
Raekwon Battle, 24 points in the game. He'll go to the line. Only 2 points here in the second half in the first 7 minutes.
Toledo has been super aggressive on the offensive end.
Toledo no stranger to playing tight games this year. They are 3-0 in one-point games on the road, with wins over Wright State, Oakland, and a home win over Marshall. I was talking to Coach Kowalczyk as both teams will make some substitutions. Now, what can you learn from close games like this? Well, who to give it to?
Yep, who to give it to, and never quit. You're down, they're down 18, and they're back right in this thing now.
Mountaineers led by as many as 18. Also learn if your team's resilient or not.
Yep, exactly. Well, they certainly are.
Lost by 26 to Vermont last time out as West Virginia gets both free throws, and it was looking like it was going that direction. But Toledo's a tough team.
They certainly didn't fold the tent, that's for sure.
No, not at all. Maddox Jr. to the basket. What a reverse. That is special.
Yes, it is. I'd like to see that shot chart down, with the exception of that 3 that bounced around for a while. Everything else has been really close.
Battle a near miss there. Toledo shooting 64% here in the second half. Maddox gets by Kobe Johnson. Deflected out. Johnson with Battle to his left. Kobe to the basket. Scores.
Nice take by Kobe Johnson.
West Virginia by 4 again. Oh, good drive, and Mountaineers.
Attacking the basket again. That's all that they've been doing. Here's another one.
A Cook, try to get a piece of it. Rolls off of Battle, and it will stay with the Rockets with 11:50 to go here in our second half. Mountaineers getting a surge from Kobe Johnson going to the basket, but it has been all downhill for Toledo in the second half. Rockets down just 4 on ESPN+.
They got 6 fouls, right? Just like late in the second half, let's put pressure on the rim. Let's not settle for bad 3s. Let's settle for bad 3s. Let's put some pressure on the rim, go downhill. We're gonna be just fine. So we got to dig in, we got to dig our heels in and guard. Dig up.
Well, that's the message from head coach Josh Eilert. It was Toledo getting downhill, but West Virginia can do the exact same thing. Good eyes that Toledo has 6 fouls. Next one puts West Virginia in the bonus. And we heard from assistant coach for West Virginia, Jordan McCabe, to just wall up. Don't let him do that.
Boy, I'll tell you what, again, the shot chart has to be unbelievable inside for them for the second half.
Yep, Toledo now out-shooting West Virginia percentage-wise, 49-48 in the game. Mountaineers have also been out-rebounded as Neve can't get the roll there. 28-21 in the game now, and 9-4 in the second half.
That's team foul number 7, so West Virginia will be shooting from here on out. Yeah, yes, be aggressive, go to the hole, get those fouls.
Here's Ofri Neve, Mountaineer freshman. First free throw in and out. Neve's only played 3 minutes. Just a 2-point game here, 11:30 to go.
Like Josh Allen said, dig your heels in. These guys, you know what they want to do. They want to go downhill and get to the rim.
Big minutes here for the Mountaineer freshman Neve. Got Kobe Johnson, 2 in goal. Good defender, and Seth Wilson also brought out here. Whistle, and they'll get a Cook on the foul. On the hold, underneath against Javen Simmons.
Foul is whistled on Cook.
That'll be his second personal. Again, Pat Sumnick, back up 4 and 5 for West Virginia with 4 fouls. So he's on the bench. 12 on the shot clock for Ford. For the tie, no good. Rebound, West Virginia's a Cook. That was tipped well by Slazinski, who had Lawrenson cutting out in front of him.
One of the few threes that you see Toledo take here in the second half.
Neve, he'll try and slash his way to the basket. Oh, pushed off but couldn't score. Saved by Neve. He's double teamed, bounces it to Slazinski. He'll take it right to the basket and reverse it in.
High enough. Well, they've taken the coach's advice here in attacking the rim. Give Toledo a little bit of their own medicine here.
And you got a lot of your starters on the bench for West Virginia right now. Fresh legs, but also maybe a message bank. A Cook swiped it there against
that
Simmons.
Time made him go back to his right. That's what you want to see him do.
Rebound to Cook.
Good defensive effort by Cook that time.
And then to Seth Wilson for Slazinski. Back to a Cook, had it blocked, found Neve.
A Cook stayed with that. Boy, he's giving the Mountaineers a big lift on both ends.
A Cook, and the bench sparking West Virginia back to a 7-point lead. Toledo has cooled off. They're just one of their last 7. Huge turning point in the game, Bake.
Yeah, West Virginia trying to do a better job of stopping the play down the middle. Make those shots tough.
Good defense from Neve there to force a bad shot, which is what the West Virginia bench was telling its players. They're taking bad shots, guys, but they're initiating the contact. Just stay in front of them. Kobe Johnson looked underneath for a Cook. Oh, and gave it away. Stolen by Moss. Moss lost it. Possession Mountaineers.
Good break for the Mountaineers. You know, West Virginia right now playing with guys that were there when those other guys weren't eligible. So, you know, these guys have come in and really given these guys a lift that were starters on the floor.
And it looks like they're trying to isolate the big down low when they can get him to spin off a screen. Let's see if they go here again. Wilson navigated the hedge. Shot clock at 7 for Seth Wilson. Back out to Kobe Johnson. Gonna take it to the basket here. Johnson wanted the foul, didn't get the call.
Yeah, Josh Allen, boy, I'll tell you what, he wanted that call bad.
I think I heard the smack from here, to be honest with you, Bake. And Lawrenson with a big 3.
He's one of their best 3-point shooters.
65-61. 4-point game with 8:15 to go. Slazinski had it open up for him, and finally he gets the call. And you can see in his face, finally.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll get Burchich for the foul. Slazinski with 13 points. This is his first trip to the free throw line.
Got the under 8 media break coming up here shortly. Kerr getting ready to come back in, I'm sure. Farrakhan and Battle and those guys will be back as well.
First free throw from Quinn, no good. And there is Creasy to come back in for Kobe Johnson, who put out a good shift. And he gets 1 of 2. Mountaineers by 5.
All right, West Virginia's done it on the defensive end the last couple of times down. Need another stop now.
Lawrenson, big shot.
That's a guy that you have to get a hand up. That time, totally uncontested.
66-64. We're in the media timeout zone. Can Toledo get a stop, take its first lead of the game? Creasy to Neve, inside for a Cook.
What an athletic play by the big guy. All in one motion, catch and shoot.
Mountaineers by 4 again. How about that from a Cook? 7 points. Lawrenson again feeling it. Off rim right. Rebound Neve. Poked out from behind, but right to Creasy.
Creasy was a big one.
Lulled the defense to sleep, and a slip on Wilson on the other end makes it 71-66.
Yeah, those guys go to the board hard.
Josiah Harris set to check back in. A Cook. Breathing heavy right now for the Mountaineers. Looking back door cut for Neve, and you get mistakes when you're tired. Possession Toledo, 71-66. Back and forth we go at the WVU Coliseum. Anybody's game. West Virginia point guard Kirk Creasy, 1 off a double-double, 11 points and 9 assists. He's back to form and setting a career high, at least a West Virginia career high of 9 assists.
Yeah, that's right. Well, again, he led the Pac-12 2 years in a row in assists. So, you know the guy can pass the ball. Really, really good vision.
Full stat for Creasy, 4 of 7 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 foul, and 2 turnovers, including that big shot just 30 seconds ago. Game time for Kirk Creasy.
Rebounding totals, West Virginia down by 2, but, you know, that's better rebounding. They've had trouble with that. That's been a big problem the whole year.
Oh, Creasy goes after it and fouls Ford. Second foul on Creasy.
You know, you hate to see a young man get a foul when he's hustling like that.
It'll be the 15th foul on West Virginia.
Here. What do we have? I guess you would call that a foul.
Oh, technical foul on Raheem Moss.
Oh, well. Hey, Doug Sermons is a no-nonsense type of guy. That's not the first man he's ever rung up.
The junior, Raheem Moss, running his mouth. So big free throws for Creasy here. Misses the first one. West Virginia in this game, 14 of 19, but missing a couple down the stretch here, Big. Taking his time more on this one. And got the second one. And Moss will go to the bench. He's got 4 fouls now with that technical foul.
Yep.
Lawrenson will re-enter.
Well, Battle's had an extended rest. I don't know.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. Yeah, you're right. Starters out here for West Virginia. Farrakhan, Slazinski, Neve, as Cochran drive to the basket and scored over.
Pulls his way to the basket.
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of which, there comes Battle at the scorer's table now. So
Farrakhan, long two, banged it. Good shot. 74-68 West Virginia. Mountaineers by 6.
Man, he gets such good elevation on his jump shot.
Mountaineers 4 of their last 4. Toledo 4 of their last 5. See if West Virginia can keep Toledo at the perimeter here. Cochran stayed with it. Neve went straight up. Rebound Simmons, whistle, will wipe it away. It's a foul on the ground against West Virginia, but who? Slazinski.
I think it was Slazinski.
Team 6th on the Mountaineers. And here comes Raekwon Battle.
Toledo has 9 fouls, so West Virginia being the big bonus there. 2 shots each time that there's a foul now.
Yep. Battle is in for Neve. That was the second personal on Slazinski, so he's got fouls to give still. Oh, and it almost got away from Maddox Jr. Takes the jumper with a hand in his face, couldn't go. Rebound Farrakhan. Mountaineers with numbers. Raekwon Battle!
Oh,
couldn't get it to go. And it's off of Harris and off of Cochran. It'll stay with the Mountaineers.
Boy, I tell you what. I think there may have been a little bit of indecision whether or not he wanted to dunk that or lay it up.
Yep, exactly. So high at the rim and too high. West Virginia still gets the possession out of it, though. Slazinski short. Just over 5 to go. Bucket would be huge here for West Virginia. Farrakhan all the way there. Harris, put back.
Athletic tip by JoJo Harris.
On the other side of the rim. Use the reach. West Virginia back up. 8 points.
West Virginia doing a much better job now cutting off those drives to the hoop.
Indeed.
And as I say that, they laid in. That was a difficult shot, though.
Yeah, Raheem Moss up and under. That's the West Virginia lead to 6. But again, these teams, no stranger to close games. Earlier on in the season, Mountaineers survived against Bellarmine 62-58 late November. Beat Drexel 66-60 here in Morgantown. Coming off that loss to Radford by 1 point on Wednesday. Harris, nice take and finish.
What a spark JoJo Harris has been.
Moss all the way, scores it.
You know, that was a nice clear out. He had the whole side of the court to work.
Farrakhan fouled on the ground. And again, this Toledo team still undefeated in 1 point games on the road this season at 3-0. It's going to go down to the wire. West Virginia 78, Toledo 72. Raekwon Battle 26, Raheem Moss 19 on ESPN+. Six-point lead for the Mountaineers with under 4 to go. The final media timeout taken. Rockets are going to have to get balanced scoring today. They have that. Raheem Moss nearing his career high of 22 that he had against New Mexico earlier in the season, but that's solid.
Well, and Lawrence came off the bench and hit some big threes for them as well. If he comes back on the court, certainly have to know where he is because he does shoot some nice looking threes and knocks them down.
Yeah, Lawrenson with 8 points, 2 3-pointers, 4 players in total in double figures for this Toledo team. Meanwhile, for West Virginia, Kirk Reese has got the double-double officially, 12 points and 10 assists. Last time a player had a double-double with assists. You want to take a guess? Jordan McCabe.
Is that right?
In 2019, yep. On February 26th, who's currently on staff here for West Virginia. Noah Farrakhan will shoot 2 free throws here for West Virginia on a 10th team foul against Toledo. So Mountaineers in the double bonus for the rest of the game.
But you got to knock them down. It's okay to get there, but you got to put them in once you do.
Yep. See if Toledo can battle back. Meanwhile, Farrakhan, quietest outing as a Mountaineer up to this point. He's got just 8 points, but still serviceable with 4 rebounds and an assist.
Rebound totals tied right now, 30-30.
This for Toledo last couple games. 2 games ago against Marshall, 88-87 winner by 1. Lost by 2 to Indiana State, 76-74. 78-77 against Wright State. Maddox Jr. underneath.
Nice defense.
And a foul called. Farrakhan and Slazinski were both there. Who do they get?
I think they got Farrakhan. They did.
His second personal. And free throws coming up for Tyler Cochran.
I mean, he just bulls his way to the board. Man, such a strong kid.
And again, who's playing exceptionally well over the last 2 games, the Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week. This past week had 33 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals against Marshall in that game.
Yeah. That's pretty good afternoon's work, isn't it?
Well, it makes sense now that you see him, but he misses the free throw. 86% shooter, misses the first one. And Amanda has more on Toledo's free throw shooting, going to be important here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Toledo is known for their success at the charity stripe. They have ranked in the top 2 of the MAC in free throw shooting and posted a 72% or higher in 11 of the last 12 seasons. Coach Kowalczyk told me yesterday that they like to recruit skilled guys. If someone shoots 70% or above, they can do whatever they want. They're not even allowed to be coached. But he said even if they shoot 69.9%, they have to practice free throws with conviction, belief, and change. They've been very successful at the charity stripe. Tonight, I believe they are 8 of 11. Kind of unusual. But watch out for this team down the stretch from the free throw line.
Thank you, Amanda. Putback slam for JoJo Harris, but again, it always seems that there's a quick answer from Toledo Bake. Toledo in this game, 8 of 11 from the free throw line. West Virginia, 17 of 22. Under 3 to go. If West Virginia could just keep them within this range, 7-point lead, you like where you're at, but you got to keep scoring. Nice floater from Farrakhan.
That was a very difficult shot, too.
And he's in double figures now with 10. West Virginia, 4 players with 10 or more. They're being led by Raekwon Battles, 26.
Watch, there's a clear out on the side over here.
Yep, offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Nice job, Noah Farrakhan.
Maddox Jr. with 14 points on the game will pick up his 3rd. Check that out from Farrakhan. And the putback from JoJo Harris, who's been immense here for West Virginia.
Yes. What
8
a
points
spark today.
All in this second half for 22 in gold. 2:24 left, West Virginia by 9. Trying to keep it that way on ESPN+. Mountaineers by 9, final minutes of the game. How about this from Kirk Kriisa, really distributing the ball well, exactly what West Virginia needs him to do. The double-double, 12 and 10. Check that out, have to go back to February 26th, 2019. A guy named Jordan McCabe was the last one to do it. Currently on staff for West Virginia, see him tapping his head right now. 2 really talented guys, and I guess they kind of do it in a different way, though.
Oh, yeah, I think they probably go out and do a little one-on-one with each other, too, here, too. So Jordan can still play.
Well, Bake, what does West Virginia have to do? What does Toledo have to do?
Well, Toledo's going to come out and be more aggressive. West Virginia really be strong with the ball and hit free throws.
Both teams in the bonus, West Virginia in the double bonus. Battle, Kriisa, Farrakhan, JoJo Harris getting some important minutes. He's out there as well, along with the Mountaineers, a Cook. Javen Simmons, Raheem Moss, Ford, Cochran, and Maddox Jr. 5 out here for Toledo. So really, you just take care of the ball, navigate these double teams, and you're in a good spot. Farrakhan bumped, didn't get the call.
Yep. Now,
Maddox.
needed to slow down just a little bit.
Cochran takes a Cook to the basket. Loose. And a foul against
Yep, it's Farrakhan.
Farrakhan, yep. And 1-and-1 free throws upcoming for Toledo with 2 flat remaining.
Now, I know Josh Island wants them to be aggressive, but that time Farrakhan would have been much better to serve to pull that ball back out once he broke the pressure.
It'll be the 3rd foul on Farrakhan, who's got 10 points, 4 rebounds. And again, Tyler Cochran at 86%.
West Virginia still with 3 timeouts, so if they have trouble getting the ball in or somebody gets trapped, certainly don't be afraid to use one.
Cochran taking his time here. Gets the first. And now Javen Simmons and JoJo Harris.
They're getting tangled up there.
Yep.
Well, they're sending Simmons back, so you know that there's going to be pressure after this free throw goes in. If indeed it does go in, but they're going to try to trap.
Last home non-conference game of the season for the Mountaineers. Missed the second. Rebound to Cook. No chance to trap here, Mike. It's a limited time left.
That's why you want to try to get that free throw to go down so you can get that trap set.
Yeah, Mountaineers in no rush to free up this possession. Don't need to rush a shot. You're up 8. Reese, a nice crossover. Harris, big three. Strong rebound to Cook.
Oh, JoJo Harris said that was an assist.
Yeah. We'll take it. 90 seconds to go. Maddox swatted by a Cook.
Boy, great help inside. He had to go up over Carissa to get that.
Second block of the game for a Cook is a big one. Mountaineers by 10. You get a stop here. You think you're good the rest of the game. Rebound Simmons, though. Foul and 1.
Oh, boy.
Will change the dynamic.
Man, Simmons is so strong down low.
Battle picks up the foul, his first. And the redshirt freshman. The big free throw upcoming. Simmons at 83% this year. He is 1 of 2 today. Made it.
And here comes the pressure.
How does West Virginia navigate it? They'll have Farrakhan with the inbound. Working into Raekwon Battle.
Yeah, you don't like to get that ball in the corner. That's an easy place to trap.
Yep, we'll get a blocking call, and that's a 5th. And the gate. For Raheem Moss, he's done. And 2 free throws for Noah Farrakhan. That is tough.
Yeah, it was.
Moss, their leading scorer with 21 points. 5 rebounds, is done.
Scared me for a second there. I thought they might call a hook on Farrakhan just now. He had his arm around.
Well, Moss finishes 1 shy of his career best with 21 points.
Well, that's still a pretty good afternoon for a guy that was injured.
And Farrakhan to the line. First is up and in. Noah Farrakhan 4 of 5 here today, and West Virginia clears out.
Yep, don't want a cheap foul down there on the on a rebound.
And he makes them both. Big, I think the response from West Virginia as a team after the Radford game, extremely impressive. Not only X's and O's wise, but just in the way that they've continued to compete. Yep. Under a minute to go. Maddox forced one up. It's off of JoJo Harris, and we'll stay with the Rockets.
Let's see a Cook's footwork out there, and that big guy out there guarding a guard.
Yeah, the Cook having some words with Maddox after it. Oh, Cochran blocked by Creesa. The point guard with the swat.
Slow down, you don't have to have it.
And Raekwon Battle fouled with 44 seconds to go. Cathartic in a way, he wanted to do something with it.
What a good team effort by the Mountaineers here this afternoon.
JoJo Harris and Coach Josh Eiler just gave each other a huge embrace. And Raekwon Battle with 26 points. First one up and in.
A lot of heroes for the Mountaineers this afternoon. 44 seconds left. I mean, you know, if you had game balls, you had a lot of guys you could give them to right now.
Well, that's kind of the story of the game, right? As Battle makes both. If you had a performance that you had today from Krisa against Radford or Slazinski that he had today against Radford, that game changes entirely.
Yes, it does.
Timeout. Toledo after the bucket from Ford. 90-81 with 36 seconds to go. So this seems like it is West Virginia nearing its full capacity. Certainly not completely clean because this unit, this team as a whole, has only played 2 entire games with one another if you throw Raekwon Battle in that equation. But they've still been practicing together. They finally got the first game jitters out of the way, getting everybody involved. It was the home opener as well a couple games ago for Kirk Krisa, Noah Farrakhan, which adds a completely different dynamic to it.
It certainly does. And really right now, Quinn is struggling, so it's nice to see these other guys, especially somebody like JoJo Harris, come in and give you the type of game he gave you this evening. Quinn needs to get his confidence back.
Yep. So what does West Virginia have coming up in the Big 12? Well, not exactly easy to start in your first 5 games.
Wow.
On the road to Houston, January 6th, then you get Kansas State at home, along with Texas, and then number 7 Oklahoma, and number 2 Kansas and Hunter Dickinson. Really would like to have Jesse Edwards there, unfortunately.
Sure
We'll be missing West Virginia's next month of competitive play.
And West Virginia has done this second half, and quite honestly, Raekwon Battle's been pretty quiet this half, you know, really.
All right, West Virginia just needs to work one in. Farrakhan back underneath for Battle. Krisa. 2 to get it over. And they do for Harris with 26 seconds left. And Toledo still wants the pressure, and they will foul Raekwon Battle. 2 free throws upcoming. Well, Raekwon can get to 30.
Yep.
And if that's a foul against Concord, which it is, that's his 5th he's done.
Well, the Rockets are going to make some noise in the MAC again. You can count on that.
Yeah. First free throw from Battle, front-ended. Can't get 30. Or maybe he can.
Oh, yeah, 22 seconds left. He may get hacked again.
No, regardless, I think Mountaineer fans will take 29 in back-to-back games for Raekwon Battle. Ford on a Cook. Rebound Battle. 11 seconds to go.
How many shots does he change?
Plenty. And West Virginia going to win by 10 in the final home non-conference game of the season. Great response from West Virginia after stuttering against Radford. A big W against one of the back's best.
Yes, it was. Yeah, West Virginia really needed that from a confidence standpoint.
So a road trip to Ohio State before Big 12 play begins for the West Virginia Mountaineers, but a great challenge at hand and a great performance from a number of guys. Raekwon Battle leads you again with 29 points. Battle finishes 9 of 15, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from 3, and 3 rebounds. Quinn Slazinski, a great bounce-back performance. Big 14 points, 6 of 13, 3 assists for the big man as well.
That's right. And I mean, look at what Kobe Johnson and those guys did coming in off the bench as well. It was a big, big, great team effort here.
Kirk Krisa, also 12 points. Noah Farrakhan, 12 points. You mentioned the confidence for Quinn Slazinski. He might have to take a different role as the big man, as we saw a couple times.
Right. I think he does. Get inside and use that length that he has.
So Slazinski finishes again 14, 6 of 13 shooting, and played 35 minutes for the Mountaineers. And JoJo Harris, especially in that second half, Big, gave you a ton, was all over the place and played with great energy. JoJo Harris officially finishes with West Virginia 8 points in the game, and in that second half, Harris all 8 points.
Well, and they really when West Virginia needed them too. What a spark off the bench he was.
And Country Roads sung here by the West Virginia Mountaineers. for the first time since the inclusions of the new guys. Raekwon Battle, Kerr Kriisa, and Noah Farrakhan. But as Big 12 play looms large for the West Virginia Mountaineers, Raekwon Battle's arrival could not come at a better time. Now that we have seen West Virginia minus Raekwon Battle, but now with Raekwon Battle, what does he change the most about this team?
Oh, just the dynamics of it. You know, they know that that's a guy with a crunch time can get a shot if he needs to hit one for the team.
Yep. Hardest thing to do in college basketball is create your own shot. Raekwon Battle able to do that, and Amanda Mazey is with Raekwon Battle.
A very happy Raekwon Battle. Raekwon, what was it like to sing Country Roads for the first time in this Mountaineer uniform?
Man, it's great. You know, since I touched down in West Virginia, that's all I wanted to do was sing Country Roads after a win, so it feels good.
Heartbreaking for 20 points again, but this was certainly a team effort tonight.
Exactly, team effort, you know, big pieces like JoJo came in, Noah did his thing, Kerr was doing the thing. Everybody played a part in this win, so I'm happy for my team.
What does this do for your mentality, breaking a 2-game losing streak and going into a break?
It's great, you know, I get to go see my family, haven't seen them in a couple months, so, you know, kind of relax, focus on my mental health, and, you know, get back and win a couple more games, win a few more games.
Merry Christmas, go enjoy this win.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That was Raekwon Battle, and the embrace that he will get when he returns home to Washington Bay going to be super special.
Yeah, well, Mountaineer fans are glad that he's in West Virginia right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, no question about it. Mountaineers enjoying a 91-81 victory. A balanced effort by the West Virginia Mountaineers. 4 players in double figures. Battle 29, Sozinski 14. Kerr Kriisa 12 points in the double-double with 10 assists. Noah Farrakhan in double figures for 3 straight games for the Mountaineers. He scores 12 in the WVU victory. That offense heating up for West Virginia. They shoot 52% and 7 of 21 from 3 in a 91-81 winner. For Warren Baker, I'm Andrew Caridi and Amanda Mazey. I'm Andrew Caridi saying so long from Morgantown, West Virginia. All events airing on ESPN Plus are streaming live and archived in the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.